Welcome on set for this music video shoot. This is part 1 out of 3 videos where we're shooting a music video for a really cool artist. Today we are focusing on some small lights from Godox to see how we can use them to create some really creative and interesting look.
I can't even move. Just another night overthinking coins I throw down.
Today, the star of the show is the Godox MS60R, which we'll use to create an underwater effect. This is a really cool small light with tons of accessories, like spotlights, softboxes, battery packs and much more. Even though the MS60R is enough by itself to achieve this look, we will add more lights to create a dynamic scene, where the light changes and more light sources get introduced during the song. We'll add a couple of MS60B eyes, some TP4R tubes, the F400, and even the Godox MG2400R and the P1200R Hard Pro, paired with the light flow mirrors. This will add more dimension to the scene. And the best part is that all these lamps can be controlled wirelessly through the app. Not only do we have a lot of lamps that need to be animated and turned on and off throughout the shot, but many of them are mounted high up and out of reach. So being able to simply use the app makes it seamless.
So her song Control is about what happens when you lose control and what feelings that brings. So we're using this like underwater look as our interpretation of that suffocating feeling that you get.
So Leander, our cinematographer, he wanted to shoot through the water from above. Then I came up with the idea to just take a window and put some more wood around it and then sealing it with silicone.
So we're getting ready for the first take. Let me show you where we put the lights. We're using the Godox MS60R with a spotlight mount as our main light, shining through the window and the water with a teal color to imitate the water. Then we mounted the TP4R tubes all around the window, and their light can be animated wirelessly through the app, so it's very convenient to test out different effects. We're also using 2 MS60B eyes for additional reflections, one on the side mounted on a smaller stand, and one in the back mounted in the corner of the door frame. They're both bouncing into a reflection sheet that will be moved continuously while we film to create these moving reflections on the talents, enhancing the underwater effect. And finally, we want to start the video with a warm light coming from her side before turning it off completely and switching to the underwater lights. For this, we use the F400R panel light. For the camera, we're using the Ronin 4D with a Typoc Samera C lenses. This is the perfect setup for this music video, as the camera will give us nice stabilization and the lenses have light weight with a really nice character to them. So for the second setup, Leander wanted to experiment with some transparent plastic sheets that we hang up all around the window. We sprayed some water on it to create this nice texture and also use smoke inside the cube. We kept almost the same lighting setup as for the first shot, using MS60R and tubes as colored lights and the MS60B eyes, but this time on each side of the cube, also as additional reflection lights. But the main difference is that we added the Godox P1200R Hard Pro as a backlight bouncing off a white fabric, and the Godox MG2400R reflecting into the light flow mirrors, and then coming through the small windows on the door, creating an interesting backlight. We hope you like this one, and stay tuned for the next 2 episodes where we show how we lit the rest of the music video. See you soon!
Maybe I might not comprehend. I know you won't leave